Hello everyone, so today's a very exciting video. I'm finally getting around to being able to open up my Handolly package. So this label here did actually have an address on it, but I just folded it over just so it says Handolly. So I've been isolating elsewhere and this package got delivered at a different location. So I haven't been able to open it and I've been known that it's sitting there waiting for me. So we're finally just going to jump into it. So I've got my big old scissors. So it's come in quite a big box. All covered in bubble wrap, so just got to take that off too. So I got the posable one, full kit with accessories, something like that. So I kind of like got the whole deal. Bubble wrap was being a bit awkward to come off. And you know me, I've got to play with the bubble wrap before I get rid of it. Even if it's just a little bit. Right, so it has come in this little plastic box. So exciting! And as you can see, it's got sellotape on it, so I've just got to take that off too. God, doesn't the hand look so creepy just sitting there? Right, so I'm clearly well excited. And the hand that was actually really freaking me out to begin with, I didn't want to touch it. But I finally grew the balls and I picked it up. And honestly, it's a lot like freakier in person. So I got the hand in the tone Rachel. And I've gone straight into trying to bend it. So, as you can see, I got the posable one, like I said. High five. So, it looks really good. The thumb is not posable. The thumb just bends around a little bit, but not much. Right, so I'm just testing getting the tips out. So, the tips just slide in and out. Just like that, and then push it all the way down, and then that will act as the nail bed. Right, so got to stop admiring that for a second. We've got to move on. So it also comes with this little piece of paper, just to tell you that it's acetone, IPA, monomer, and E-file safe. Push base tips all the way in before use, and do not use any sharp tools on her. Please do not use your own style tips or a larger tip than fitted on dispatch. Remove tips by pulling straight away from fingertip towards you. Do not pull up away from nail bed to remove. Do not use adhesive. If adhesive or bond should accidentally adhere the tip to dolly, you must soak in acetone until it gently separates. Do not pull it away if adhered. Do not bend fingers without tips inserted. Bend firmly from knuckle joint only. Oh, Jesus. I don't know why I had to run my fingers like that. That was a quick read. So, those were some instructions. And also the website on it. So first of all, we're getting these tips. So these are the tips that you put in, like I just showed you. So all different sizes there. You could choose the suction cup or the desk clamp. I chose the desk clamp, and for some reason it was a little bit dirty here, so I'll just try and like wipe that off. But yes, I got the desk clamp, and so here's me fiddling about with it really. So it's got this twisty thing here that you have to twist off, so I need to unbend the cord first. It's quite stiff, so it holds the hand pretty well. So yes, as you can see, I've got to untwist this, and then that allows me to separate the clamp. Like so. And I was a bit nervous that, because my desk is quite thick actually, so I was a bit nervous that it wasn't going to fit my desk. But later on, as you can see, it does actually twirl up quite a lot, so it fitted perfectly. Yeah, here we are, I do show you. So see, I've managed to clamp it on. You just twist that twisty thing again to tighten it up. And then yeah, as you can see, my desk is quite thick, but it fits perfectly, and there's still room for it to go up even more if it wanted, I believe. Right, so the Handolly has a hole at the bottom, obviously to put the desk clamp into. I actually struggled with this, so as you can instantly see, the hole in the Handolly is a lot smaller than the desk clamp. So I had quite a lot of struggle with this to begin with, and of course, with new stuff, you don't want to be, you're overly careful, aren't you? So I didn't want to push it too hard. I do come back to it and show you. You do actually have to put quite a bit of strength into it, but obviously I didn't want to do that first of all. Anyway, I also get a sleeve to go on the desk clamp, and then this just goes over the Handolly to make her look even more realistic. Beautiful. So yes, put it over the clamp. And then just makes her look that much realistic. So I really like that sleeve. And then in this little box there is a LED lamp. Oh, lamp, LED handheld torch. Again, bubble wrap. My weakness. Right, so I'm messing about with this. I thought that it would be like a twisting thing, because usually torches that I've seen you twist, but you do not. Eventually, so it's actually just a button there. You just push that and then it turns on, push it and it turns off. So just to quickly show you, so this is so then if you're just doing a bit of nail art and you don't need to put it under lamp for full cure yet, you can just quickly cure it with this little handy device. So that's really good. And I have since used it and it does work. I also got SBD London nail forms. So at the moment I use tips a lot. I've tried forms a couple of times, but I need more training on that because I don't know, I just can't get along with forms yet. But I'm sure I'll get use out of them eventually. And then you also get this little packet of like nail art gems. So they're quite big gems, so they'll need a good gel or glue to stick them down with. But they're so pretty, nice little different ones, flowers, got some blue gems, got silvery ones, very nice. And then lastly, you get a photo mat. You can either get a photo mat or you can get a flower prop. I chose this mat, so one side is fluffy as all hell and the other side is glittery. It's got some darker bit of glitters there, and I thought they were like a bit stuck onto it, but no, it is just randomly some dark glitters stuck on there. I don't really know why, but yeah, most of it is white glitters. So unfortunately it is meant to come with a ring, and for some reason mine didn't, which is what I was pointing at. I mean, it's only a small thing, so it's not a big deal, but it is kind of disappointing. I was looking forward to see which ring I'd be given, because it's different rings for everybody. So I am still a little bit disappointed about that. So again, yes, look, it's so obviously bigger than the hole on the Handolly. But in the end, you do just have to give it a good push. And I suppose this is so then it doesn't, the Handolly doesn't just fall off easy. So you do indeed just have to push it in quite rough. You're not going to break it. Just making sure it's in there. So yeah, finally figured that out. Pulling the sleeve back over. Then it hides the clamp, so it just looks a real hand now. Right, so again, I'm testing out bending them. To begin with, she's very stiff. but I suppose this will change as I use her more. I did find the middle finger was being really temperamental. The middle finger was a lot harder to bend than the others. Right, so I've now set it up properly. My clamp's on the other side now, so obviously I can treat her properly. So again, yes, the thumb isn't posable, just bends a tiny bit, but wouldn't advise to bend it too much because you could see where it would potentially tear a little bit. So I've been playing with it a bit for a bit, so I've got the others kind of bending quite well, but again, the middle finger just still wouldn't bend in. I'm starting to get it a little bit more, but it kind of felt like the wire in it was a little bit funny. I don't know. And then as you can see, the middle finger is kind of like bent funny. But that might just be the way the hand is, because to be fair, if you look at my stupid hands, mine goes straight there and then suddenly the nail just bends. So my hand is really weird like that as well, so maybe that's just the way the hand is. So again, I'm managing to bend the others a bit more now. I have played with it some more since this video, and I do get the middle finger to bend more now, so it is just the fact of playing with it a bit but being cautious as well. Like I said earlier, I was being a bit overcautious. Okay. So it was meant to stay well on that clamp, and that just kind of came off, which kind of annoyed me a little bit because obviously I struggled so much to get it on. But I get it back on in a little bit anyway. So yeah, I was just trying to show you sort of like the cuticles, the tips in and out. I did find with the middle nail, again, for some reason that base nail just isn't going in as further as the others. So I took it out and kind of was messing about with it, and then I had a look at it, and it's come, like the tip has come broken. So these are the tips that she would have put in herself. But for some reason this one, as you can see, it's kind of like all bent and that. And I have found recently, since using it on the middle finger, they all seem to go like that. So I don't know whether kind of inside my middle... Well, I'm either doing something wrong, which is very possible. I'm not saying that's not possible. I could be doing something wrong. But yeah, I've found since that every nail tip that I put in there, it seems to come back out bent like that. So I don't really know what's happening, what I'm doing. And then another thing, so there's me trying to replace that broken nail, and I checked the size on it and went in to put the same size in, but it wasn't the same. So actually the tips in the bags that have come with are different to the tips that are in the nail, which is, I kind of found also a bit weird. But whatever, yeah, so I'm kind of pointing at the middle finger again. It just seems the wire in there maybe not quite right, I'm not too sure. She had a few lumps and bumps on her. She's not completely smooth, but again, pretty damn good. So yeah, here's again me being disappointed with the ring, because I've seen everybody getting like, everybody gets different rings and they're all so gorgeous, and I was really looking forward to see which one my one got. But I didn't get a ring with it. Not really sure what to do about it. I don't really want to bother her with just a ring, because as you can see now, I've just gone into my room and got some old rings of mine and they fit on her perfectly. So I've got some rings on her now anyway. Right, so I'm now just gonna, this is gonna be mega quick, all of it's just speeded up, not about the application or how I do this at all. So I've just tested filing that base nail. I'm now popping a tip on to give length. I'm now testing filing again to shape it. So yeah, there seems to be a couple of disappointments at the moment, but as I'm using it more, I'm getting more used to it, and I'm finding, well, it's really good actually. I'm really pleased with it. very realistic, good for photos. It's much nicer than my other hand to practice on. So I am really pleased with this purchase still, even though there's been the slight lumps and bumps in the process of me getting to it. So I'm definitely going to be using this hand a lot more now. Going to be seeing her a lot in videos. I still have to name her. I've come up with a couple of choices, but just deciding really. Can't just keep calling her her. Got to give your hand a name. Or got to give your client a name. So I'm just doing a quick ombre. This is not the best ombre at all. It went a bit funny, but like I say, this wasn't about technique or anything at all. I was just quickly testing how to hold her, things like that. So I'm now using my e-file on her. That's perfectly fine as well. With the e-file though, I found that I had to hold on to the nail a little bit more at some places, because otherwise the tip would wobble a little bit, but apart from that, works perfectly fine. I mean, I'm basically still holding the hand as I would have a client when I'm e-filing anyway, so it's just being a little bit more cautious, because I think a client's nail is less likely to fly off and hit you in the face than this tip is. Well, I'd hope that's the case. So yeah, really easy to use. Like I say, those tips that you put in first, they act as the nail bed, and then you can very easily use nail glue and attach a tip to it to make them longer. So once you've done the nail, you just slide it out gently. Like that. And then you just go in and, well, I dusted the dust off, and go in and replace that tip, and then you're all ready to go for another set. So here we are, grabbing another tip, popping it in. Right, so as you can see, I've gotten used to bending it a bit more. I just wanted to show you that it is in fact relaxing a bit. Obviously you don't want to be too harsh with this, but I do think you can be more stronger on it than originally intended, because obviously you're really scared of breaking things or anything. So anyway, this is everything that I got. So I got everything that I should have, apart from the ring. Like, I've known about enough. So yeah, and then that was my quick tester. Like I say, I have since done some sets on her. I'm showing you some pictures at the end of a set that I did on her that I really liked. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so happy to finally have her, and I can't wait to use her a lot more. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Stay smiling. Bye.